Hello and good evening, our beloved viewers. You're watching on Live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the major stories. The New Year's greeting from the President of the Republic. And for the international scene, Somalia's unity under the Horn of Africa. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gili, in a televised address on the occasion of the New Year, commended the country's resilience in facing regional and international shock and crisis. Detail in this report.
My dear compatriot, as the year 2025 comes to a close, I address you so that we may enter the new year together with optimism, confidence, and hope. My first thought naturally go to the most vulnerable among our fellow citizens, those who face daily hardships, the elderly, and our compatriots affected by illnesses and the vicissitude of life. To all of them, I want to assure that national solidarity remains a core value of our republic, and it will continue to guide public actions to support them. My dear compatriot, the past year has been marked by a complex regional and international context. Persistent tensions in the region, threats to maritime security in the Red Sea, as well as global geopolitical turbulence have all posed challenges for our country. In this unstable environment, our country has managed to make its voice heard in moderation and peace, remaining true to its role as a strategic hub. Djibouti will continue to work for the respect of international law and the inviolability of borders, in accordance with the United Nations Charter and the African Union. Despite this context of turbulence and instability affecting our region, our country has shown resilience. The national economy has continued its growth momentum, supported by structural investments, the development of our infrastructure, and the consolidations of our strategic position in regional and international trade. These results are above all the fruit of collective effort, but also of a long-term vision and governance focused on stability and development. My dear compatriots, as we look to the new year, we do so as always with optimism. Our country possesses a considerable asset, a dynamic youth, and a strategic position. These assets, among others, provide us with comparative advantages and ensure the competitiveness and dynamism of our economy. They also allow us to meet challenges and turn them into opportunity. My dear compatriots, the coming year will also be an important year for our democracy, with the presidential elections scheduled for April. These major milestones are part of the continuity of the democratic process and good governance, which have proven effective in ensuring institutional stability. This will be the case once again thanks to respect for the laws of the Republic and citizen participation. My dear compatriots, the challenges ahead are many. Foremost among them is the fight against unemployment, particularly among the youth. The government will continue to make this a priority of its public policies by increasing support for entrepreneurship, vocational training, and the productive economy. In the same spirit, we must also overcome challenges related to digital technology. Digital technology offers immense opportunities for our economy in terms of employment, growth, and innovation, but it also carries risks, notably the risk of information disorders that can undermine national cohesion and social harmony. It is our collective responsibility to promote a responsible and ethical use of digital tools in the face of the temptations of manipulation and division. More than ever, we must remember that unite us our shared values, our commitment to peace, tolerance, and mutual respect. The Djiboutian way of life, shaped by history and the diversity of our people, is invaluable wealth that we must preserve and pass on to future generations. At the end of this year, I pay tribute to all those who, through their daily commitment to contribute to the development of our country, defense and security forces, teachers, healthcare professionals, public and private sector workers, and civil society actors. On behalf of the government and in my personal capacity, I extend my sincerest wishes for health, happiness, and success. May the new year be a year of peace and strengthening national unity for our country. Happy New Year to all.
The Conference of Parliamentary Committee, under the chairmanship of the President of the National Assembly, Dileta Mohamed Dileta. The Conference of Parliamentary Committee convened today on Wednesday. The session was attended on behalf of the government by Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, who also present the first and second Vice President of National Assembly, the head of Parliamentary Committee, and the Secretary General of the National Assembly, Ambassador of and also Finance and Public Economic and Planning Committee attend the conference. The Public Administration and Human Rights Committee were tasked with the reviewing of following draft laws. Draft law approving the financial statement of University of Djibouti for fiscal year 2023. Secondly, the draft law of approving the financial statement of National Agency. And finally, the draft law of approving the financial statement of Center for Studies and Researches in Djibouti. The United Nations Security Council debates Somaliland recognition. The UN Security Council held a session to discuss the implication of Israel's recognition of Somaliland, a breakaway region in northern Somalia. The meeting was requested by Somalia, which consider the recognition a threat to regional peace and security. During the session, several council members expressed their commitment to respecting Somalia's sovereignty, independence and territorial integrity, emphasizing that any unilateral change of status by an external actors violate the international law and UN Charter. The statement by the Somali ambassador of UN delivered a statement for this occasion, and he said, "I am very honored to deliver this statement on behalf of the A3 group, namely Algeria, Sierra Leone, and my own country, Somalia. We express our gratitude to the presidency for promptly convening this meeting at the request of the committee joined by China, Pakistan and Russian Federation. I also wish to welcome the participant of representative of the League of Arab States, and I would also like to thank Undersecretary General Khalid for his briefing. Mr. President, the group strongly condemns Israel's attack on unity and deteriorate the integrity of Somalia through its recognition of the northwestern region Somalia, known as Somaliland, as an independent entity, a region that lacks the legal capacity to conclude any agreement, arrangement, or recognition with another countries. Moreover, this action constitutes a direct violation of the Charter of the United Nations, fundamental principle of African Union, and the cornerstones of international law. I must be firmly rejected and unequivocally condemned by all member states. Accordingly, the groups reject Israel's announcement and call for its revocation. In this regard, the A3 group aligned itself with the recent statement of Chairperson of the African Union Commission, His Excellency Moussa Faki, and also categorically rejecting any attempt to undermine the independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity of Somalia. For his part, Djibouti ambassador to the United States delivered a speech in which he, on this occasion, rejected the recognition of Somaliland state. Detail in this report.
Djibouti fully aligns with the statement by the A3. It also endorses the many important statements by the AU, IGAD, the Arab League, and the OIC, as well as the 21 countries in the region and beyond, which have condemned the actions by Israel, which took the unilateral decision to recognize the breakaway region, the so-called Republic of Somaliland. This decision is in direct violation of established international norms and legal principles. These norms are embedded in the founding text of the African Union and its constitutive act, which has the stated objective of defending the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and independence of its member states. Respect for another state's sovereignty and territorial integrity is an essential principle of the UN Charter. Accordingly, the UN Security Council has insisted in its resolutions on respect for Somalia's territorial integrity and unity. today, Israel's reckless decision undermines these principles, defiantly violates the UN Charter, arrogantly challenges the authority of this Council as it is wont to do, and threatens the foundation of the international legal order. It amounts to intervention in Somalia's affair insofar as this action fosters the independence of Somaliland and the breakup of Somalia. It constitutes an unlawful transgression of the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the political independence of the Federal Republic of Somalia, of which Somaliland is a constituent part. It sets an extremely dangerous precedent and encourages further fragmentation. Mr. President, such unilateral actions risks inflaming tensions within Somalia and across the Horn of Africa and the Red Sea, emboldening armed groups, bolstering terrorist groups, and unraveling the hard-won gains of the United Nations, the African Union, and the Somali government in our collective efforts to promote peace, security, and stability in the country. In this regard, this Council should take very serious note of the analysis made by the Somali government on the potential security ramifications of the destructive move by Israel in its press release dated December the 26th, 2025, as well as the various declarations made by concerned countries and organizations in the region and beyond. We also take note of the federal government's decision to reject the forced relocation of Palestinians in Somalia, as this is a crime under international law. By virtue of its sovereignty, Somalia enjoys the full range of sovereign powers of its territory and the activities taking place therein.
Somalia and Turkey, an oil exploration summit announcement was made. Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud met with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan following their bilateral summit. Both leaders issued a unified stance combining firm diplomatic condemnation and strategic economic announcement. He accused Netanyahu's government of attempting to export instability to the Horn of Africa. Erdogan reaffirmed Turkey's commitment to supporting Somalia's sovereignty and cooperation on sustainable development, particularly in managing natural resources transparently and equitably. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud confirmed Somalia and Turkey partnership in based on defending Somalia's unity and sovereignty, combating terrorism, building a strong institution for sustainable development, and improving living conditions. The president also highlighted Somalia's determination to exploit natural resources, particularly oil and gas, to drive economic growth while ensuring responsible management and safeguarding national sovereignty. He described recent successful oil and gas exploration in Somalia's territorial water as a historic achievement and a key to rebuilding the nation and promoting prosperity for its people. In a press conference in Ankara, Erdogan strongly criticized Israel's recognition of Somaliland, recalling its rejecting of unacceptable, and emphasize that preserving Somalia's unity, which is a top priority, he said. And now the President of Federal Republic of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, and his counterpart, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, held a joint press conference in Istanbul following its depth bilateral talks focus on strengthening strategic cooperation between the two countries. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud emphasized that the Somalia-Turkey partnership is based on key pillars including defending Somalia's unity and sovereignty, combating terrorism, and building a strong state institution that ensures sustainable development and improve the living condition of Somali people. He also stated that despite security challenges, Somalia continues to actively exploit its natural resources, particularly oil and gas, to stimulate economic growth and ensure prosperity of its citizens, noting that protecting national sovereignty goes hand in hand with the responsible management of the country's wealth. And now Saudi Arabia reaffirmed support for Somalia. The Saudi Council of Ministers reaffirmed the kingdom is support to Somalia's sovereignty and territorial integrity, condemning any recognition of Somaliland by Israel as a unilateral separatist act violating international law. The Council called on the international community to prevent action that encourage separatism or threaten regional security. And now Pakistan reject the recognitions of Somaliland. Pakistan officially reject any initiative to recognize Somaliland as an independent entity, emphasizing that such step violate international law and Somalia's sovereignty. Islamabad reaffirmed solidarity with Somalia and called on the international community to respect Somalia's territorial integrity and resolve political and security challenges through dialogue and peaceful means. Saudi Arabia and Yemeni tension and coalition operation. The Saudi Ministry of Foreign Affairs stated that military action in Hadramaut and Al Mahra threaten Saudi security and regional stability. The ministry demanded the United Arab Emirates withdraw its forces from Yemen within 24 hours, while emphasizing the importance of dialogue to resolve the southern Yemeni issues. The coalition spokesperson said and reported a military operation targeting arms and vehicles arriving at the port of Hadramaut. Saudi authorities express hope that the United Arab Emirates completely comply with Yemeni's withdrawal request. You know, the Saudi bombing of Yemeni city of Hadramaut on Tuesday targeting Emirati interests. Although the United Arab Emirates are allies with the fight against the Houthis, they are also a geopolitical rival and the main sponsor of a separatist movement that is increasingly alarming Riyadh. Damage armored vehicles are seen at the port of Yemeni city following a strike by the Saudi-led coalition against what Riyadh described as a shipment of a weapon delivered by the United Arab Emirates to a separatist movement in the south of the country. The Republic of Djibouti expressed its full support for all regional and international efforts aimed at strengthening peace, security, and stability in the brotherly Republic of Yemen. It emphasized the importance of close collaboration and cooperation among all Yemeni parties in order to avoid any escalation and to resolve outstanding issues through dialogue and peaceful means. In our national news, just a few hours before the start of the new year 2026, Djibouti Radio Television symbolically marked the end of 2025 with a significant moment, a visit by its supervising minister, the Minister of Communication, Rodwan Abdillahi Bahdoun, while a courtesy visit in form. It was above all a visit of assignment and forward-looking vision organized following the renovation of 2 television studios and acquisition of new equipment for the radio studios. welcome at the RTD headquarters. The minister was guided through the facilities by the Director General of the institution, Adan Abdi Jama, accompanied by his closest collaborators, notably the Deputy Technical Director, Abdurrahman Mohammed Yahya. The two television studios concerned the production studio and the control room underwent complete modernization, redesign space, renovate infrastructure, and fully renewed audiovisual equipment. During the visit, the Director General took time to explain to the minister the reason for timing of this renovation, a necessary driving by rapid evolution of audiovisual professionalism, as well as by the ambition to reposition RTD as a modern public broadcaster capable of supporting the transformation of Djiboutian society. Djibouti's Ministry of Social Affairs and Solidarity organized a joint ministerial workshop to approve the preparedness plan for food security and nutrition crisis. The workshop brought together national institution, UN agency, and technical and financial partners to discuss, adopt, and enhance the national capacity for crisis and management. The plan relies on a strengthened early warning system to ensure coordinated government response and represent a major step in the national crisis management strategy to protect vulnerable population from food insecurity and malnutrition. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.